Back. Joining us now with reaction, Fox News contributor Mercedes Schlapp, former Clinton pollster, Fox News contributor Doug Schoen, the host of Justice Judge Jeanine Pirro. You were there for the Kathy Shelton interview in particular, and I looked over at you. You were mad. I know you.
Yeah, you do know me. Look, I spent 30 years prosecuting child molesters, pedophiles, rapists. Kathy Shelton's story took me back to the courtrooms where these horrors that young girls who were victimized by these predators, and in this case, the predator represented by Hillary Clinton, who laughs about the fact that, you know, we passed a lie detector and he got away with it. And then there is this thing that's very curious to me, Sean, and that is the inability for the defense to have enough evidence to test. And I have to wonder whether or not there is more evidence and more information to suggest that there might have been more there initially, but not enough subsequently. And also the claim where she trashed the victim. And this is what defense attorneys do. Women who promote other women and say that they fight for children's rights and women's rights don't trash a sixth grader who was raped into a coma for 5 days, saying that she seeks the company of men like her rapists and that she's emotionally unstable. This is horrific. And Kathy Shelton took me back to those days as a prosecutor.
When you hear her saying, oh, he passed the lie detector, of course, which forever destroyed my faith in lie detectors, and laughs, Doug, I mean, that is brutal.
I have a couple of reactions. First, Roy Reid, who was the interviewer, said the laugh did not have anything to do with that. I wasn't there.
Well, I just aired it, so I mean, it's transparent.
I've heard the
callousness, the casualness of it.
I've heard the tape. She was a public defender doing her job. Maybe it was callous and maybe it was wrong, but I can tell you this, Sean, has nothing to do with how this election will be decided.
What do you think, Mercedes, if she's the champion of women's rights? Is that how you champion women's rights, by smearing and slandering them and then trying and working and using every skill at your disposal to get off somebody you believe is guilty?
Well, I think that Hillary Clinton has just made this decision that all focus is going to be on Donald Trump, and obviously with the audio tape that came out about the groping, and this is her political play, Sean. So there is no room in the media chaos, other than in certain outlets, to talk about Kathy Shelton and to talk about these other women actually who were sexually assaulted and raped by a former president, her husband, Bill Clinton, who happens to be a key advisor and a primary surrogate
Mercedes,
for Hillary
look at what WikiLeaks is showing us, that the media is an extension of Clinton. And interestingly, I think the most telling thing that Juanita, Paula, and Kathleen said tonight was they've never been asked to be interviewed this entire election cycle. Not one time.
Right, and I think that it just shows where the media they've made their decision, Sean. They want to go with Hillary. They want to destroy Donald Trump. That is why WikiLeaks is getting not even close to the coverage that we're seeing Donald Trump and all these sexual allegations against him. It is now becoming a politics of sex and not about issues.
We got to take a break. More with our panel coming up right after this, and also coming up next tonight.
These vicious claims about me of inappropriate conduct with women are totally and absolutely false.
Donald Trump fighting back against allegations made against him, and then later, WikiLeaks releases 2,000 more emails from Hillary Clinton's campaign manager. We're going to show you what they say, those new revelations, and much more tonight as Hannity continues.
So now we address the slander and libels that was just last night thrown at me by the Clinton machine and the New York Times and other media outlets as part of a concerted, coordinated, and vicious attack. These vicious claims about me of inappropriate conduct with women are totally and absolutely false. We already have substantial evidence to dispute these lies, and it will be made public in an appropriate way and at an appropriate time very soon.
Donald Trump earlier today on the campaign trail responding to allegations made against him. We continue with Mercedes Schlapp, Doug Schoen, and Judge Jeanine Pirro. So in the middle of the WikiLeaks dump that shows basically the media is in the tank. NBC, ABC, Washington Post, New York Times, Boston Globe, CNN, MSNBC, CNBC, all these people in the media, they ignored the women we're talking about tonight, but they go after these women, and lo and behold, it comes out right in the middle of the WikiLeaks dump. Coincidence?
No, this is obviously something that was planned. They held on to it. We know they held on to that audio so that they could then, overcome in some sense what was going on with WikiLeaks. And I think about, as you were talking about the media, they're supposed to be the fourth estate. They're supposed to keep us all honest.
Oh, they're in the tank.
And I think that not only are they in the tank, but forevermore in this country, the Americans cannot look at the media as an objective, fair, and honest group of people who are looking out for us.
Let's just pretend, I know this will be hard, pretend you're a Donald Trump supporter right now. Okay. And you see the coordination.
Sure.
You see the collusion with every major news outlet and the Clinton campaign.
I do.
Okay, and you're a Trump supporter. Then what are you thinking?
Here's what I'm thinking. All of this is a distraction. All of this takes away attention from the secretary's low approval rating.
That's right.
60% don't trust her, don't think she's fit. But the Clintons, as I've said here many times, play seriously. They play to win. They spend what they need to do.
And they play dirty.
And unless Donald Trump...
You didn't say that. They play dirty.
Look, they play to win.
That means playing dirty.
You could characterize it how you want.
Mercedes, go ahead.
They play dirty. I think for the Clintons, look, Sean, they're winning the narrative right now. They're winning the narrative with women, with suburban moms, with older women. The mere fact that they have been able to shift the focus on Donald Trump and his these alleged sexual attacks on women.
What is he supposed to do? The media's against him. The Republicans are against him. The Democrats are against him. What's he supposed to do?
Spend money. Spend on TV.
It's besides spending money.
Big money.
You know what, Mercedes? I agree with Doug. He has got to get his message out there. He's got to fight the media. He is not winning this fight right now.
What I would tell him in private, put up $200 million, run your message on spots if you're serious about winning.
Don't stop.
Every day you're talking about fighting the party and every day you're
talking
about
the Clintons aren't stopping.
All right.
They're not going to stop.
They fight to win.
When we come back, more WikiLeaks released another 2,000 emails allegedly belonging once again to Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta. Will explain what the documents reveal now as our panel responds. Straight ahead. And welcome back to Hannity. So WikiLeaks released another 2,000 more damning emails, allegedly from the personal account of Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta. Revelations, well, they have not been good for the Democratic nominee. We continue with Mercedes Schlapp, Doug Schoen, Judge Jeanine. You want to go back to the women. You wanted to say something.
You know, the three women, Juanita Broderick and Kathy Wiley, as well as Paula Jones, what people don't say about them, Sean, is that there is corroboration. All they say about Juanita Broderick is she recanted. Well, first of all, I prosecuted rape cases for 30 years. They recant. But what they don't say is that, number one, Juanita Broderick was found with ripped clothes, ripped nylons, a swollen face by her roommate. The people who came to her immediately, she said, yes, I was raped. And then when the Clinton State Police from Arkansas came, she recanted. But then with the Fed, she said it was true. Absolute corroboration. Yeah. The same with Kathy Wiley. Corroboration by her friends. Immediate outcry.
Paula Jones was able to identify distinguishing characters.
Yeah. Right, there is corroboration.
None of that matters. It's the secretary who's on the ballot, not Bill Clinton. And when the allegations that Jeanine is making were put publicly in '98, Bill Clinton was at his highest levels of approval. We won the congressional election.
So you think in the next 26 days it's got to be issues? That's what you're saying. You're saying it matters, but you're saying that...
I'm saying you want to win the election, you use the issues like immigration, free trade, the economy, and focus.
Mercedes?
Hillary's not even talking about the issues. Let's be real. What she's talking about is keep pushing forward these stories on Donald Trump.
She should.
Coordinated with the media. It works. It's a working strategy for the Clintons right now. And so Donald Trump, he needs to go back, I think, to the kitchen table issues and say, look, we're getting all distracted by all this controlled media.
And you know what else? I mean, Christians and Catholics in this country need to be outraged.
They talk about infiltrating the Catholic Church for the purpose of causing
you need targeted communication, and you need money. So far,
right.
Donald has none of it.
He needs to spend it.
He's not serious.
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is.
You got to put up money, Janine.
All right, put your money where your mouth is.
I do. I always do.
Coming up, we have more
I'm
Hannity
staying
right
out of
after
it.
this break. Please stay with us. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have left this evening. As always, thank you for being with us. We hope you'll say your DVR so you never miss an episode, 10 Eastern. And we'll see you back.